Here we are again, filming another episode of Why Real Estate at ARC Studios. Grateful for the great setup here. Excellent team that Aaron and his group have put together so that we can get these real estate podcasts out to you. Here by myself today, as I want to review specifically for Utah some of the market statistics from March. Kind of get an idea, share with you what's been happening, what's going on. How things are moving, how long things are staying on the market. The approximate or average price in the month of March on a home sold in Utah was about $633,000, which with the average list price was around $640,000. So incredibly, values are holding strong here, and there's a lot of reasons for that. And one of them is the strong job market that we still see. We're still short over 30,000 homes, a lot of demand. Even with these high interest rates, it's still, homes are holding value. Now, it also means that homes are sitting on the market a little bit longer. In the month of March, it was about 59 days on average that a home was on the market before going under contract. And the other side of this too is with the demographic makeup of the state, a lot of kids want to stay near parents. And so with the high birth rate, it makes a big difference as far as the demand on the market. I'm helping out a ton of buyers right now that are looking at new builds, and part of the reason for that is because because of economies of scale and the volume of properties that a builder is building, they will actually have the flexibility to do a lot more rate buy down incentives, which is hugely beneficial, especially to a first-time home buyer. Very critical. I recently will be doing a podcast on the NAR lawsuit. I recommend listening to that and the effects that it will have on both real estate agents as well as consumers alike, buyers and sellers. Some more statistical data regarding the month of March is there were over 4,500 new listings, just under 3,000 homes sold. Last month under contract, there's over 5,000 right now. And, there's just a few months of inventory, around 4 months worth of inventory. So if no further homes were on the market based on how quickly homes are being sold, our inventory would last about 4 months. A stable or strong market is going to be, not more a buyer's or a seller's market, could be 6 to 7 months. So you see this a lot. Sellers are holding strong on, if they're not absolutely having to sell right away, they're holding strong on their price, and eventually they're able to get close to it. So from either angle, a buyer, if I was to say when's the right time to buy a house, a prominent figure in the real estate industry, a national figure, recently said that if interest rates were to drop 1%, the run on homes would be overwhelming. And so right now they're staying up, closer to 7% interest rates. And I would say that now is the best time to get it, because it's better now than to have to compete and see what we saw a couple years ago, in people waiving appraisal, waiving due diligence. You just don't want to be in that type of situation when you're competing and having to come in over ask price cash difference in case it doesn't appraise. So definitely now is the time to get a house. If you're in position to do so, highly suggest you do it right away so that you can get locked in, and down the road, if you need to, you can always refinance if rates come down. But at least you'll have your property in your house without that kind of competition. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. A little bit about the month of March. At that time, just in reference, a year ago at this time, the inventory was about 3 months. And it's interesting, from 0 to $1 million, homes on the market are about the same amount of time and the same amount of inventory as far as when they're able to get sold. And then above $1 million, it starts to go up. They sit on the market a little bit longer, but it's still very strong here in Utah. And again, highly recommend, if you're thinking of purchasing a home, now is the best time. I just received a text this week from first-time home buyer, a young couple, that we had put their property that they're buying, a new condo, under contract for about $322,000. I got a text the other day that just said, "Hey Layne, we noticed that the prices of those condos that are brand new has gone up $7,000. Does that mean that we just gained equity?" And absolutely it does. That's fun to get that kind of a text and let them know that their home that they're under contract for is already worth more money and they have yet to close on it than it was when they bought it. So again, I want to emphasize enough that the value of owning the average the personal wealth of someone that owns a home is over $250,000 on average, their personal net worth in the United States, whereas if you're a renter, the average is usually below about $10,000. So reach out with any questions. Would love to answer anything that I can, and thanks for tuning in.